Oh, how everything can change in a matter of days. It was all good just a week ago. We beat up on the Chicago Sky a few days ago. 35-point victory. Caitlin Clark triple-double. Indiana Fever riding high. Indiana Fever fans riding high. Caitlin Clark supporters riding high. And then, of course, the dweebs do what the dweebs do. They make up nonsense, they make up lies, and the WNBA validate the lies. The WNBA validates the nonsense. The WNBA validates non-truth.
No one knows exactly what the lies entail, but it seems like the Fever might be exposing behind-the-scenes conflicts or hidden secrets the league desperately wants to keep quiet. Is this a strategic power move to gain leverage? Or are we on the verge of a major scandal that could rock the WNBA to its core? The Indiana Fever are no longer playing nice. They are threatening to boycott the entire WNBA over what they are calling outright lies. These aren't just rumors or gossip, though. They are serious accusations of deception.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. This dump. This turd of turds known as the WNBA, this damn league can't get the hell out of their own way. They don't get it. They just don't get it. The diva of dump divas, Kat Engelbert, she does not understand how fragile this fan base is. And by fragile, I'm referring to their level of loyalty to pretend basketball, which in this case doesn't exist.
The WNBA drama is about to get even more messy than your last split, so get ready. The Indiana Fever, led by the unstoppable Caitlin Clark, are rapidly emerging as the league's top attraction. They are the ultimate crowd puller, the team that every sports executive dreams of, and their success is drawing attention to the league as a whole. Ticket prices are skyrocketing, sellout crowds are common, and thousands of new fans are tuning in. With Clark at the forefront, the Fever are bringing the WNBA the intense energy, excitement, and attention it has been craving, making waves both on and off the court, turning heads, and redefining the league's future.
You think the number one thing you'd be talking about after that game, after that amazing performance from Caitlin Clark, the triple-double, the amazing passes, the crazy shots, you think we would be talking about basketball. The number one thing you think we'd be investigating is how nobody else in the WNBA has ever done anything like Caitlin Clark is doing. We should be investigating the fact that Caitlin Clark's 4 threes in that game were more exciting than, like, if you go to 2022 and check out the top 10 plays of the WNBA season, her 4 threes in that game were more exciting than those 10 plays, literally. Like, what she does in one game is single-handedly more exciting than anything we've ever seen in the WNBA. That's what we
It seems as though the league wants to stifle the team's increasing momentum and enthusiasm by unfairly targeting their rising star. And despite the Fever's increasing success, the league and its so-called devoted fans are blaming them, saying they're the problem because Fever fans are showing fervent support or because Caitlin Clark made a tough play on Angel Reed.
What started all of this?
It's a flagrant, and then Chicago will maintain the basketball. Reese misses.
Okay, that was it. That noise you heard right there that sounds a little bit like a dolphin was actually a YouTuber called Flight Reacts. A laugh. All right, a laugh. That it's my understanding actually gets played during NBA games too. That's what it's all about because they tried to say that sounded like a monkey.
Let's go back in time and pretend that this is a reality program. Angel Reed, who is known for her smirks and side glances, initiates the fight by giving a Fever player a fullback of the head nudge, which is a clear indication that I'm here to play rough. Instead of recognizing the play, the league and fans accuse the Fever of being villains who are promoting racist conspiracy theories in the audience. Caitlin Clark then answers with a fair, clean foul that complies fully with the game's regulations. The story is then skewed away from fair play as Angel is presented as the untouchable hero and martyr, while the original hostility is ignored or disregarded.
National television, it's been the most polarizing conversation in all of sports over the last over the last 24 hours, rather. Angel Reese, many would suggest that she overreacted, but Slick, do you have an issue with Angel Reese's reaction to Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul?
Yes, and I have an issue with the way she reacted. I have an issue with the way it's being handled by her, by the Chicago Sky, everybody involved.
Ironically, while the rest of the WNBA watches from the sidelines, trapped in a grumpy audience as their ratings are overshadowed by one star and her team's devoted supporters, Fever fans are the only ones who regularly fill seats, buy jerseys, and sell out arenas, effectively supporting the league's paycheck. There is a clear contrast between the supporters who are driving the league's success and others who appear more interested in drama than development.
Really thankful. They continued to show up for us, and they make a lot of noise. Like, they're into it. They're not just sitting there. Like, they're invested in this basketball. It's great for our league. It's great for every team that gets to come and play here. I think we've had a lot of great battles, and they've helped us win a lot of games on this floor. So, like I said, hopefully we can bring the playoffs back here and give them a taste of it, because they deserve it. It's been since 2016. So, it's only going to get better and better from here on out.
You can practically hear the whispers. We want Caitlin to succeed, but not at the expense of Fever fans. In other words, the league wants to expand, but only if it fits with a victimization and staged drama narrative. It seems like the WNBA has decided that the best way to raise its profile is to undermine the very team that is sustaining the league. Rather than embracing real competition and fan support, they appear determined to sow discord that takes attention away from the sport's actual potential.
Not a flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark. Listen, I was at the game. If there was somebody being racist or saying shit, obviously boot him, never let him back. I would be stunned beyond belief if that was the case. This crowd, I've sat on the wood for a million games, been in a million environments. The crowd at the Fever game, little girls, families, ladies, nice crowd. You even though it's 100% false, by acknowledging we don't condone hate and not seeing that this was a internet rumor, complete bullshit, you're lending credence to this. There was none of that. It was a great crowd, a positive crowd. Yeah, Angel Reese deserved to get her ass booed when she attacked Caitlin on a normal foul. Other than that,
what's actually going on is racism, or is it rooted in jealousy, a desire for control, and a bitter rivalry fueled by Caitlin Clark's quick ascent to fame? If you want drama, consider this. The same fans who have been accused of racism are the ones who turned out in record numbers to support their team. Since sliced bread, Caitlin Clark has emerged as the most divisive figure in the league, while Angel Reese, whether you like her or not, is viewed as the league's favorite antagonist. The Fever fans are being blamed for every ounce of tension that arises, but the truth is that without Caitlin Clark and the Fever, the WNBA might still be struggling to fill half-empty gyms with free ticket signs and awkward silence. Now, however, the league is thriving, filling arenas and igniting interest, but those who ought to be celebrating are attempting to put an end to the celebration. Maybe the league will recognize that growth may be messy, but ultimately worthwhile if they let Caitlin shine and the Fever play.
Fever said they wanted to hone their defensive skills last season. In the offseason, Stephanie White made it a point to drill that idea home. I mean, Caitlin Clark talked about upping her defense, and in the offseason, they picked up a lot of key defenders. They picked up Natasha Howard, who is the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year, and last season, the Connecticut Sun came in first in their defensive rating. So what did the Fever do? They took Stephanie White, they took Keith Porter, they brought in Juana Bonner, and they said, we're doing this.
This WNBA drama has more twists than a pretzel factory, so let's take a moment to reveal more. After years of waning like a shaky phone signal, the Indiana Fever are in the forefront of rekindling the league's passion. Caitlin Clark is a rookie star who is exceeding expectations and breaking records at breakneck speed. It's a marketer's dream come true, with fans pouring into game arenas, ticket prices soaring as if driven by rocket science, and item sales reaching all-time highs. The catch is that rather than a collective, yes, let's ride this wave, the Fever and their followers are suddenly portrayed as villains by the league and fans, who claim that they are too loud, too proud, and somehow too much, the kind of too much that jeopardizes the meticulously constructed narrative. Instead of welcoming the spike in interest, the league appears more interested in stifling the very team and players who are bringing fresh vitality and excitement to the sport. The rest of the league wants to say it's like the league's own version of "you can't sit with us," but with basketball jerseys and some dubious officiating about who deserves court time.
Today, the WNBA is investigating alleged racial comments that were directed at WNBA player Angel Reese by fans yesterday at the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Actually, that game was on Sunday. The Players Union says it supports, on Saturday rather. The Players Union says it supports the investigation and condemns all forms of hate and discrimination.
What is actually causing all of this chaos is that it all started after that notorious play that sent social media into a frenzy and caused what appeared to be a major PR crisis for the WNBA. Angel Reese, who is frequently referred to as the league's drama queen and the epitome of attitude, became involved with Caitlin Clark in a situation that is fairly typical in basketball contact hustle. Let's break it down. Angel Reese shoved a Fever player in a clear aggressive move, a cheap shot if you will, but there was no disciplinary action or headlines criticizing her. However, when Caitlin Clark responded with a strong textbook legal tackle, the story abruptly flipped, and the Fever fans were labeled racists. Perhaps there was some roughhousing, but somehow it should have been a simple in-game altercation turned into a full-blown controversy, with accusations of racism, unsportsmanlike behavior, and calls to remove the Fever from the league. It's almost as if someone unintentionally switched the sports channel with a daytime talk show, turning a routine basketball moment into a national soap opera. In reality, it shows how quickly the conversation shifts from basketball to identity politics, overshadowing the game itself. When the league raises concerns about fan behavior and media outlets go into a frenzy, turning the story into spectacle.